Now's a good time to warm up.
Hi everyone, it's been a while since I've done one of these, so I'm going to try and get the Warzone win today. This is my Razer Blade 17, not the 15, so this is the 3080 RTX 4K 120Hz display device that I picked up about a month ago now. And these are my set and forget settings, so I always play now at 1440p because it looks as good as native. I'll just have a quick run through. My texture resolutions I always set to somewhere around normal because I think low just looks too scrubby. Particle quality has to be high, otherwise you get some weird artifacting. And shadow map resolution low. And ray tracing off. So Filmic SMMA anti-aliasing, if you don't do that and you're scaling to 1440p, it doesn't look great, but fortunately even with the best anti-aliasing switched on, yes, the performance is it pretty much maxes out the refresh rate of the screen, maybe just a little bit under, so I think I'm quite happy with that. So yeah, I'm going to try and get the win today, and who knows whether that's going to be possible. So I have a few places on the map that I like to drop, and yeah, this flight path isn't great for any of them. I do quite like Superstore, but I think if I drop there I'll just get wrecked. That's usually a pretty quick way for me to go to the gulag. Could go on the train. Yeah, I quite like Boneyard, but I always like to start from one end of it rather than just land in the middle. I think it's the safest bet, and then you can kind of methodically work your way through. So we can give that a go. Usually get a bit of action here though. Well, I guess we'll find out. There he is. Where did he go? There he is. So yeah, sorry, I haven't released any videos lately. It's been quite a busy time here. We've got little babies and stuff, so it can be quite difficult. And actually, the main times that I've been managing to find an hour or two here or there, I've just jumped into the odd Warzone game. But I'd spent quite a lot of time away from Warzone. I haven't really played it since the Cold War integration, maybe the odd game here or there. So I'm still running on kind of meta Modern Warfare weapons from way back, probably 2 or 3 months ago. My favourite is still the Ram 7, and I still feel like it sort of hits pretty hard. Has a good rate of fire, not too difficult to control, so I think we'll be running that today if I get my load out. There's no foregone conclusion there. So yeah, and the Hdr Sniper. So one of the things I'm really interested in terms of the Cold War weapons is how the sniper meta has changed. Let's sort him out. So I've always used the HDR because it's as close to hit scan as you can get, so on reasonable ranges you don't really have to aim too much above the head. You just aim for the forehead and tend to get a headshot, unless you're shooting way across the map. There's quite a lot of action so far. You don't usually get this here. Where did he go? Where is he? There he is. What a weird thing to do. Well, it's definitely an interesting start. I always pick up trophy systems and never use them because I always then find a dead silence and have that instead. Did he have a heartbeat? No. No, I think I'm gonna just work my way through the boneyard and hope I don't come unstuck. So I'm not sure what this SMG is, LC10. Is that one of the new ones? I've never used it before, and it looks a bit glitchy. So something I've noticed on this game is that I always used to find that it was really CPU hungry and pulled too much wattage away from my GPU in terms of dynamic boost. But I'm noticing today that it's hardly using any wattage from my CPU at all, so I'm getting the full 100 watts, which is quite nice. I'm not seeing any benefit to the frame rate though. I think even when it was like running at 50 watts CPU and 90 watts GPU, I was still getting this kind of frame rate, so it's almost like a robbing Peter to pay Paul thing. But yeah, I do quite like this area of the map, but it's not really that heavily contested, and there's lots of angles that you can take and places you can hide, so that suits me quite well because I'm, you know, not the most skilled player in one-to-one gunfights, I wouldn't say.
Oscar Mike.
Oh, I love decoy grenades. I don't know why I don't run them in my loadout, because you can trick people and mess them up. Use them quite a lot if I find them. Looks like he's camping that building. See if we can... I might try and decoy him actually. There he is. Nice.
Well done.
It looks like I might get my load out after all. There just seems to be cash everywhere in this game. I usually really struggle to get cash together.
Mark the buy station.
Got a loadout drop inbound.
This is always my worst fear, just getting sniped when I'm trying to get to a buy station.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone.
So far, with the Razer Blade 17 Pro, yeah, I couldn't really be happier. It's just such a well-built machine and never does, well, it doesn't seem to go wrong. And I've been quite surprised so far at how well it deals with 4K gaming. I mean, I can play this game at 4K, it will run at like 75, 80 frames per second or something like that. I just prefer having more. It still looks great, it still feels really quick, even at 80 frames. But I think this is better. Oh, there's one. Oh. He has regrets.
Bounty target is up.
Let's go after another bounty.
You're losing ground.
Oh, he's moving quick.
Moving.
I think he's too far away. I'm not sure I can be bothered with him unless I grab my truck.
Calling for recon.
UAV entering the AO.
Oh, look at this dude.
Heading this way.
Let's see if we can pick him up.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel.
So yeah, I know you're asked. There's been lots of questions for me to play different games, and I've downloaded a load of them. I just really haven't had much time, so I thought just for the sake of, I know people are interested in Warzone because it's such a great game. I think it's kind of discussion worthy actually, because I used to play a bit of PUBG, a tiny bit of Fortnite, didn't really ever get into it, but since Warzone came out, I think it just destroyed all other battle royales and nothing's ever really come close since. We had that weird Ubisoft thing, what was that called? Hyperscape? That was terrible. It was like, one of the things I don't like about Apex Legends actually is I think the time to kill is too long. It's probably because I'm not skilled enough to play it. So credit to those who have a good time with that game, because yeah, I tend to just empty a clip, hit a dude a whole load of times, and they're like still smiling at me. So Warzone suits me because it doesn't take long to kill somebody. It's I guess it's like a low skill cap game. But yeah, so I thought I'd just try and get a win, which every now and again I do. I only ever play solos, and I think Jack Frags used to say solos is like survival horror. It's like in a second you can be dead. And there's no way back. Obviously it's got a bit easier now, you can pick up self-reses off the floor, but in reality, how often is a self-res actually useful? Usually I get shot and then within seconds I'm dead, so.
Enemy UAV overhead.
But yeah, I've never played duos or squads or anything like that. But it does look fun. I just don't, none of my friends play, so.
Goodbye station.
It is what it is, right? Oh my god. I was looking. How has he not seen me? Go and see if he's got any stuff. Wait, what? Was he not dead? He must have had a self-res. Maybe that's what they're there for. It's for when people don't realise. What an idiot. But yeah, I think solos is great. It's
Safe zone relocated.
I quite like to start off quite sort of high pace, and then I get to the point where I'll get into a game and I'm like, oh, I've actually got a few kills this game, and then I kind of get a bit more cautious because I don't want to not win. But yeah, I do get a few wins on solos, not many, but you know, enough to make me want to keep playing. So I should probably just tell you what settings I have my system running at. So I don't do anything with the Windows profiles, but I have got this running on Synapse with the CPU set to boost and the GPU set to high. This is another game where you can just play on balanced mode, and you'll be surprised at how quiet your system is. But I'm wearing headphones, so I don't really care about the fans. It does get quite loud on custom mode actually. The difference in performance between the two isn't that high. The reason I run in custom mode is actually because in general the components stay a tiny bit cooler because the fans are running higher, even though, you know, they're running at potentially, so the CPU sometimes runs at a higher wattage. For some reason it's not at the moment in Warzone. I don't know whether they've done some optimizing behind the scenes. Will they? Yeah, so there could be someone around here. There's a drop there. I don't like it. Gives me the creeps. I just have to keep my ears open, I think. So yeah, this game is more about what you hear than what you see, for sure. All the way. Oh my god. And that would be that guy. So is this a thing? People now run snipers with really tiny scopes on them? Is that to get away from having scope glint?
You're up, soldier. Now
Come
go
on.
sort this fucker out.
We're just staying put. Oh. My god. Nearly had a heart attack. This is the difficult bit when everyone's got their loadouts and you just have to pick somewhere to land and hope for the best. Oh. Is there someone there? What was he doing?
Gas is closing in.
I wonder if he's aware that there was someone up high. Or maybe he just thought it was me parachuting to the tower. He didn't have a lot of stuff though. Maybe another gulagger. So yeah, Synapse, everything's set to the highest. I'm screen recording using OBS today because it's easier to then use my microphone. And yeah, I don't really change much else. I have had a bit of a play with overclocking the GPU, and it's worth being aware that Razer overclocks the GPU out of the box to plus 100 on the core clock and plus 400 on the memory clock, and it does make a significant difference. And I've been able to push it up to plus 150 and plus 525, and it's stable. I don't get any crashes or anything. And again, it does make a marginal difference. I'm not doing that for the sake of this video though. But yeah, I mean, if you look at my clock speeds on my GPU, they're pretty good for a 100-watt part.
Enemy UAV overhead.
It's certainly not being, I don't think it's being bottlenecked by the Intel chip either. I've been really loving those Bob of All Trade tested videos, because he's got a real thing about CPU bottlenecking at the moment, and I find it quite fascinating. I learn a lot from that guy just watching his videos. These burst weapons are so much better than... Can you remember when they first launched Warzone and that you had that... What was it? The what's the burst assault rifle? You know the one. It's terrible. It's like you fire 3 shots and they all go in different directions. These two Cold War ones are fantastic. I think is that my 2nd or 3rd kill with one in just this game. Where is he? So many people camp buildings on this. Which incidentally is probably exactly what I'm going to do. Who uses this sight on their loadout weapon? I do actually quite like... I've got an M13 build. I think it's a really good gun. More for long range though.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone.
It's really accurate, but if anything, I use the RAM because I think the M13 just takes probably 1 too many shots to kill. Oh, I thought there was someone standing there for a sec.
Friendly loadout drop on the way.
Ooh, there's one. Yeah, so I don't know if the meta's changed. I know a lot of people are running around with the FFAR, is that the one? But I always used to just get an assault rifle, put the longest barrel on it, the Commando foregrip, the VLK scope, and a monolithic suppressor, and we're good. So that's what that's the way I've got my M13. I might get it on if I get another loadout. I might pick up my M13. Ooh, gas. Let's see if we can get it. At least I've got a bit of cover here. Oh, not anymore.
Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone.
Repositioning.
There we go.
Enemies are still active. Hunt them down.
I thought about jumping in the car, but it just alerts everyone to where you are, so it's not worth it at this stage. So I've got my M13.
Lock it in, soldier.
Gas is closing. Get to the new safe
There's another
zone.
one here somewhere. Where is he? I hope he's not on the... He might be on the roof. I don't want to run into the circle because he'll probably be on the roof.
Get it done.
Ooh,
That's the
damn
prize
it.
still standing. Let's come back and win this. We
Ugh.
lost that one. Next time.
Oh, it was so close as well. Anyway, yeah, this Warzone works great. You can actually play it at 1080p as well, and you will get like 150 FPS or something. It looks, the image quality on the 4K display just looks a bit too soft for me. So 1440p looks great. I can't even tell the difference. And you get the performance, so that's what I run with. Just see if this dude picks up the win. He seems to know what he's doing. Yeah, his movement is really nice. And go and watch his channel. So he's running that org as well, the burst one. Interesting. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you like things like this. I quite enjoyed making it. I enjoy making them. I find it quite therapeutic running around shooting people. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, a like would be fantastic. And consider subscribing. I am going to continue to make content for both of my devices. I just have been a bit short on time. But yeah, I hope to see you in the next one. Have a good weekend. Bye bye.